Hi, I'm Plymouth Mayor Jeff Wosje. Thank you for joining me for the 2020 State of the City Address. I had planned to present this update in April, but the event was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Though we are unable to gather in person as a community, I want to virtually share city information and provide an update on our operations. The first part of this year has been like no other. We have experienced significant challenges. The world has been upended by COVID-19, and Plymouth is not immune. Here at the city, we have adapted the way we do business to continue providing essential services, and I'm proud to say that those services have continued uninterrupted. City staff has been collaborative, innovative, and flexible to ensure the city maintains the highest level of quality that residents expect and rely on day in and day out. Because the situation continues to evolve, I encourage residents to visit the city website for the most up-to-date information about city facilities, services, and events that have been impacted by the pandemic. And then as it began to feel like we were adjusting to a new normal in the face of COVID-19, the world was rocked by the actions of 4 Minneapolis police officers who are charged with the murder of the death of George Floyd. That horrific and tragic event in Minneapolis shed new light on deep-rooted issues, spurred unrest, unease, and questions across the country and around the globe. As changes to law enforcement are being considered, I am confident that Plymouth Public Safety will continue to focus on improving the service it provides and will do so in a way that ensures everyone in Plymouth can feel safe. This coming year will undoubtedly continue to bring us new challenges, and Plymouth is well positioned to meet them. As we look ahead, I would like to focus on what we are grateful for and recognize the accomplishments and milestones we celebrated by sharing a recap of the past year. I would like to begin with a thank you to our Public Works Department. Plymouth roadways, drinking water, and sewer service have remained unaffected by the pandemic. Construction and necessary maintenance also continues for our critical infrastructure, which is the backbone of the city. Last year, Plymouth celebrated the completion of the new Rockford Road Bridge over Interstate 494. This project increased traffic capacity and safety at one of the most highly traveled and important intersections in the city. Also, a joint project with the Wayzata Public Schools is underway to adjust traffic flow and increase safety for pedestrians at the Wayzata High School. And looking ahead, Public Works is also exploring improvements to County Road 47 in the northern part of the city. I would like to highlight that our Public Safety Department has also maintained service continually since day one of the pandemic. Through creative staffing models and strategic use of resources, the Plymouth Police and Fire Departments have remained ready to serve while keeping the wellness of first responders a priority. We have also seen our staff step up and contribute to the statewide response of COVID-19, with our public safety leadership serving at the State Emergency Operations Center in the early stages of the pandemic. Now, beyond the pandemic response, the Plymouth Police Department is committed to upholding public trust and strengthening community relationships. It continues to embrace the 21st century policing model, and as part of this commitment to community outreach, our Plymouth police officers have participated in more than 500 community engagement events in 2019 alone. Plymouth Police also remain devoted to improving the services they provide to those living with mental health issues. Last year, we began a partnership with the Minnetonka Police Department and Hennepin County to pilot the Case Assessment Management Program. It features a shared in-house social worker, which has improved resident access to mental health services. The program complements other public safety efforts, including expansion of the department's crisis intervention team, the creation of a mental health evaluation team, and mandatory de-escalation training for our officers. The Plymouth Fire Department continues to provide high-quality first response while also remaining focused on its initiative to reduce call response time through a blended staffing model of paid on-call and full-time firefighters. With blended staffing, full-time firefighters are on staff 24/7 and can be out the door in minutes, which provides a much more comprehensive coverage and reliable response time, particularly for overnight calls. And looking ahead, we're exploring upgrades at our Plymouth fire stations to accommodate sleeping space and improved amenities for our firefighters working these 24-hour shifts. Throughout the pandemic, the Park and Rec Department has demonstrated creativity as it continues to provide programming options through the new Connect to Rec initiative. The new venture offers virtual opportunities for our community to stay connected to activities, classes, parks, and more. Although many regular programs and events have been canceled or postponed, we have begun to resume some in-person programs in Athletic League, closely following guidance from the CDC as well as the Minnesota Department of Health. Our beautiful parks and trails have remained open for residents to stay active, and Parks and Forestry staff is dedicated to keeping everything running smoothly. Accomplishments at major parks last year include a complete reconstruction of East Medicine Lake Park and the installation of new playground equipment at Zachary Park. Progress also continues on the Northwest Greenway with a trailhead and challenge course under development. Additionally, we look forward to taking next steps at the Plymouth Creek Center, which is set to undergo a major expansion and renovation. As is readily apparent when traveling around Plymouth, the city continues to grow. And our Community Development Department guides that growth thoughtfully. Last year, building permits were issued for 367 new residential units. And due to the growth in the northwestern part of the city, Wayzata Public Schools recently opened the new Northwoods Elementary School, marking a significant milestone in the city's development. As we approach build-out, we remain committed to redevelopment efforts such as the City Center 2.0 initiative, which is currently underway to reimagine the city's central hub. We've also reviewed promising plans for a redevelopment project at the long vacant Four Seasons Mall site. Our Housing and Redevelopment Authority continues to invest in the city's existing housing stock by offering a variety of programs for repair loans, first-time home buyers, energy improvements, and more. And as the impacts of COVID-19 have changed many aspects of our daily routines, the City Administrative Services Department leads the way in exploring creative methods to continue providing top-tier customer service. This includes rolling out a new appointment scheduling software as we begin reopening the process of city's facilities. The department also worked collaboratively to launch My Plymouth, which offers an online portal and app for the residents to contact the city, report issues, or ask questions 24/7. Then our transit service, Plymouth Metrolink, implemented Transloc app last year, which transformed our dial ride service into an on-demand shuttle, similar to popular ride-hailing apps that are out there today. In response to the pandemic, Metrolink has implemented strict sanitizing processes for our buses and facilities. The number of riders on each bus has been limited to allow for social distancing, and sanitizing air filters have been installed on buses. Plymouth continues to remind all residents to be counted in the nationwide 2020 census. This is important. Results have far-reaching public policy and funding impacts that can directly affect our community. If you haven't already done so, go to 2020census.gov to do your part. Now, in the early stages of the pandemic, our finance division mobilized quickly to prepare the financial impacts of COVID-19 and develop forecasts for short, moderate, and long-term ramifications. The city was fortunate to enter the pandemic in a very strong financial position. We are prepared to meet the upcoming challenges with our 2019 budget surplus, our contingency funds, reserves, as well as state and federal reimbursement as appropriate. We know that many Plymouth businesses also face difficult challenges, and our Economic Development Division remains focused on helping companies large and small navigate the economic impacts of this pandemic. Our website features a comprehensive list of resources available to businesses and employees. And during this time, please shop Plymouth first. Help local businesses and restaurants whenever you can. Now more than ever, our businesses need our community's support to help them. I would like to highlight Plymouth's strong base of medtech and medtech support companies. Our city is home to businesses that have assisted in pandemic protection and detection efforts, and has been a great point of pride to see Plymouth companies play such a key role in a global response. I'd also like to take a moment to sincerely thank the city's many volunteers. They add incredible value to our events, amenities, and services. More than 23,000 volunteer service hours were recorded last year, and that is valued at more than $600,000 in in-kind contributions. As we move forward, much remains unclear about the months to come. However, we will continue to share city information as it becomes available. Stay connected with us through social media, email updates, My Plymouth, Alert Plymouth, and the city website. And I encourage you to remember the things that you are grateful for during these challenging times. This year has been historic, and Plymouth residents have shown their ability to stay connected, caring, and community-minded. And I am grateful to live in Plymouth. As we look forward to returning to a new normal, I know we will continue to work together to keep moving in the right direction. Thank you for joining me in this virtual State of the City, and stay safe.